Warriors of Liquidation, are you ready? Previously on Kimba TV. Quit playing with me! Come on, come on, come on. Let's go get that popping together, chat. Let's go get that popping together, chat. Let's go, let's go. Kachoy, 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 kachoya. Come on, come on. Lettuce, province. It's gotta be testnet. It's gotta be testnet. Come on, let's do it live. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Let's go, popping me, popping me, popping me, popping me, popping me. Gotta be testnet. Gotta be testnet. Gotta be testnet. Gotta be testnet. Where am I at now? 16. Yeah. It gotta be testnet. He owns MEXC. Come on. Let's do it. Hey, who with me? Who with me? Hey. Why is CME not fucking moving? It's Macaulay. Okay, traditional markets are paused. So I don't know if this is your first fucking time trading this rodeo. I know it ain't mine. So I know that it's worth being patient and waiting for the ETH gap to come back and at least let CME do its thangity-thang thing. I don't know about you, but I know that it's worth the $1,000 or $1,500. You might not get the pixel perfect long entry, but by God, you're gonna get 10%, 15% extra edge, and you'll actually know what the fuck's gonna happen, and you don't need to get baited. So let's get it. You guys excited? So everybody that's like, yo, should we long Dosh? Should we long Sol? I mean, just on the shorter, smaller time frame picture, were you planning on longing during Macaulay? I think that's what because every day I ask you guys when there's an opportunity to long or short, I'm always like, yo, you need to figure out if you're gonna take that bitch during Macaulay. So for me, since these are CME levels that I want to get tapped and swept, I cannot by protocol and strategy take anything during Macaulay. So that's just me. Now on the higher, more medium time frame, like what kind of open interest edge do you see? Do you see any CVD? Hopefully anybody even talking to me about Sol at 140, okay, has at least coinalized open, so they're looking at aggregated CVD and aggregated open interest. Akachoy? You gotta at least be doing that. If you can't even do that, you're running out on the battlefield butt-ass naked with a wooden sword talking about let's go slay some dragons. I don't know what the fuck you're trying to do. You're gonna get killed. Are we good? Warriors? But thank God I showed up. I feel like some of y'all would have just market smashed with no data, forgetting it was Macaulay. Oh, fuck! How we doing, Lions? Let's go! Hey, but that being said, what do you guys think about this? A kachoy! Can I get a kachoy? How many people remember the first time hearing me say anything about 140 Sol and the first time you heard it, you were like, nah, hell no. Hell no. Did anybody doubt the 140 Sol? Because initially it is a pretty low number, right? It is a pretty goddamn low number, especially when we got pixel perfect 170 long, right? Did we just get a pixel perfect 140 now? I can't try it! I got joy. You're killing me, my guy. You know, so this is what I would say, brother. This is what I would say. I'm gonna be fully honest, okay? I'm in some Sol longs, but I swear to God, if you get into a long, I'm closing my shit. And I'm half joking and I'm half serious, okay? The serious part is, brother, anybody that is getting baited is trying to long, okay? Because you can't articulate to me if the CVD looks good. You can't articulate to me if the open interest looks good. Is there a hidden CVD, Bull Div? Can you tell me that? We've been talking about 140 SOL for so fucking long, brother, okay? And I verbalized and stated this and this and this is how I am going to long, and these are the edges that I want to see. I just explained to you that we're in Macaulay Culkin territory right now, which basically means Bitcoin's going to go lower. Are you prepared for SOL to go lower? Are you prepared? Are you planned out? Or are you going to market smash long right now because I said yes, and then you're going to fucking pussyfoot when it drops another $6 while I'm DCAing? So, I don't know, brother. I'm paying attention to how many motherfuckers are longing SOL who are actually not prepared, and I might have to get out of my long. But for you to be asking me about this now, in the heat of the moment, you are not prepared and you have failed yourself already. Okay? So don't take the trade. But did you don't have enough time, you don't respect the game enough, you don't feel like you need to out-prepare and out-plan and out-compete your competition? You can just show up and go SOL valid?
You just said
so you got to be prepared, man. And here's what I would say. No matter what, I'm not going to lose money. I don't know if I can say the same about you, brother. How we doing?
I said, are you strong? They said, I'm strong if you strong.
How
I
we
said,
doing? Bear likes his Kimbachek Hujushin. What the fuck? Yeah! We're up to $437,000. God damn! So we went over it all yesterday. Long story short, we're waiting for RTH. Okay, this is RTH. This is ETH. Yesterday I said, hey man, if we lose 91.5, there's really nothing all the way until the single print at 85.8. So we already talked about how the next level. So it always starts with levels, right? So do you guys have levels to the downside and levels to the upside? Do you remember when we were talking about how in December we wanted the 105 to 85 rotation? So there is a period where I talked about 85 and explained 85. There was a period where I explained 85 for about 3-4 weeks. So do you know why 85 might be a level? Did you care enough to go back and watch the highlights when I talked about 85 in December? How well do you think, or did you just hear me say, oh, he talked about 105 to 85, I guess I don't care about 85? Everybody had an opportunity to really see like what they're about, right?
Shout out Kimber.
So it just depends kind of on your preparation. I've been talking about 85 for a really long time, but here's the other thing. When we discuss 85, we also talk about why 85 and 82 is going to get lost, and it's going to fill the whole CME gap at 77. So, do you guys remember what I said about how, yeah, it could probably bounce at 85, but I would probably be looking for a blank retest at 92, 93? Same thing with ETH, right? This could bounce from here, But I would just be looking for a bearish retest of this to get flipped into resistance now instead of being at support. Isn't that common sense? Sounds good? Inky? So nothing has really changed. I know pretty extensively about 85 and what I'm looking at from 85. Inky says, I don't always understand how to put the data and levels together. That's okay. Good things take time. Yeah. Bear like says, Starbucks guy juicing. I know, right? Hey, Kimba, it's good to see you again, man. And here's your extra hot caramel macchiato extra shot. By the way, you think we're going to get 85? What the fuck? Yeah, just because I always see you with a TradingView hoodie on. Erudi says, last night, 85,000 was mentioned as barista level. Yes, that's from the morning. Unleashed says, what's best? We fill RTH gap before lower levels or straight down? I would love to be able to like scalp long 85.8. You know, the single print grab on CME. I think it's exactly at 85.810. But I think we've already talked about this. It's not really so much about. Do you guys remember when I said I'll long 85, but most likely it's going to just lead to a bearish retest of settlement or 92 or 94. And then same thing with ETH. You know, this could be a nice little long right here, but really what you're paying attention is, can you get above here? That's the bullish scenario. But if you can't even penetrate and get above and spend time, then you're going to be looking for that 2,000 to get cleaned, right? And I've been waiting for long down at 2,000 getting clean for quite some time, so that shouldn't be a surprise. Okie dokie. 85036. That's fucked up. Oh, man. You saw... Yeah. Anyways. I guess I'm longing 85, huh? How we doing? 23 minutes left on the hourly. Let's go! One thing's for certain, though. They better make the low today. I don't want the low to be tomorrow. Oh! Oh, no, they did not. They did not. Wait. They did. No, they didn't. Oh, my God. Hold on. Enhance. Stop the music. So, like, the way that I would think about this is the low really needs to be today, because there is a chance that we're going to save that. And maybe instead of being able to fully rotate through to 130 or 107, it's saving this for the bearish retest. You know, that we talked about. But that's crazy, right? Hey, wait, stop the music. No, but for real, what do you think about this? I don't think it hasn't grabbed the single print. It was when we were really obsessing about single prints. I don't know if you guys remember, for like 2-3 months, we were about that single print life. I think it was Easter of last year when we got front ran on it. It eventually got grabbed, obviously, but yeah, it would be kind of annoying to get front ran by like $100, huh? It's 10:45 in New York, right? So we got 15 more minutes on the hourly. So just let's just take it candle by candle, and just need a good low, you know, ideally before 2 o'clock New York time, yeah? So we're okay. So it's just a matter of, do you think it's going to get taken, yes or no? And meanwhile, as we sit through, we have little areas where, for me, I know how I would chase the long. You know, I know what the invalidation would be. That's not the greatest of a low. So, and then also, the low, I would much prefer it to be in today. So if we go and grab 85, like tomorrow, then that would be even more confluence that the long is just a scalp to get that bearish retest up there. And then I would think that the week high is going to get set with a bearish retest on Monday of settlement, maybe like a 92 bearish retest. Ka-ching! Let's go! Let's go! Quit playing with me, Lions! Quit playing with me, Lions! Are you ready? Nick says, failed auction formed on 5 minute. Okay, stop the music. So, like, this is a great time to kind of talk about like one of the different ways. First things first is you want to be able to identify that level, right, Nick? You were here when we pulled the fib and we drew it like this, golden pocket, or it gets rejected like that. So it starts with identifying levels, right? But one of the things that you can also do is you might not necessarily be willing to take the long at the 8A6. First off, 8A6 gang, stand up right here, or maybe you want the golden pocket or 7.5. But remember that on a failed auction, you have the opportunity to play this one too. This one. And I don't know if you remember the whole spiel with like the golden. Do you remember when I usually like it to do the 886 golden pocket? You know, so this is another way to take the long if you don't want to market smash here. So if you thought that you were going to be left out on the long and they're going to leave the single print like that for later and you wanted to, you could have gotten in like this, and you can get in right here on some sort of like bullish retest after it penetrates, and you get the bullish retest, especially since it already established itself as support and resistance. So you want the flip. So if you were anticipating, fuck, what if I don't get the bullish retest? I've waited for bullish retest 6, 7, 8 times and it never gives it to me. Then you might be somebody that wants to do this instead. And then this, if you see it, it went 7.5. It front ran the 886, and it was, you know, so bullish that he didn't even go to the 6.6. It just pixel fucked right off of the 6.6. So it wasn't even an 886 golden pocket. It was a 7566. All right, Nick. And each thing kind of has its own inherent risks, Nick, right? Because you're taking that long because you don't think you're going to get a bullish retest. So you're like 2-3 levels committed.
You just said.
All right. Still thinking about when would a failed auction get confirmed? Do you know when a failed auction gets confirmed? When it changes structure. So this moment right here. So you're kind of front running a lot of things, right? But you got to believe. And really, the only thing that you would be bothered about, like if you're in a long already, Lions, is that the single print did not get grabbed. That's really the only thing. If that wick was 2 pixels lower, I would already be in a CME along with you guys. I would already be in the long. Just charts. Stop the music. Fibception says, am I crazy to think that we will not get that single print? What percent would you say it has to grab it, judging by PA? You're playing the wrong game. Who cares if it grabs it or not? I'm prepared if it wants to grab it. I'm also prepared if it doesn't. If it doesn't grab it now, it means that it's going to save it for later. So it's going to add confluence to maybe TPing more of the long and or taking a head short at the bearish retest that we talked about for both Bitcoin and ETH. All right, Fibception. And like I already have a plan on where I would get into the long. Right? Basically, I just need to make sure I get into a long before this 90 million in shorts gets squeezed. 113 million in shorts get squeezed. As long as I get into my long before they start to get squeezed, I'm good, right? And didn't we draw Kimba's useless lines on these daily candle closes? I'm pretty sure that we had the swing high, swing low, and I drew it like this. Who gives a shit if it wants to grab it or not? If it does, great, you know? But if it also is going to break above, as long as I get into longs before these guys start to get squeezed, I'm good, right? I have all the way up until maybe that high up there or the VWAP, right? And like, if I am going to be taking a long, why am I taking a long? Like, we already talked about it. That is a level of interest. This is a level of interest. And that gap is a level of interest. So any of these could have a bearish retest or a bullish retest. So, right? Really, you shouldn't be tripping about this part. Who gives a shit about this part? This part is the juice. You know? And then like start shaving and then this part, like figure out what's next. But as long as you get this, like who gives a shit? You know, but 77, man. So just gotta be flexible, okay? All right, so let's just take it level by level, man. 13 minutes, 13 minutes, 13 minutes. All right, let it do its thing. Let it do its thing. Let it do its thing during RTH, you know? So not really our job to like try and predict the future. Do you have a plan for both? Fibception? Instead of sitting here and arguing about what's the probability we get the single print, what's the it's gonna leave it, no, it's gonna grab it, no, it's gonna leave it, no, it's gonna grab it. Yo, mama, what? Fuck you. Who cares? Stop. It's not supposed to be that kind of pissing match. You know what I mean? The only question that you have to be able to answer is, are you prepared if it grabs single print? That's it. Okay? Are you prepared if it doesn't? All right? So I would love like an 84.3, 84.2 long, but you know, I have no fucking clue. And the reaction has to be good. Look, structure has to look good. Open interest has to look good. Okay. Y'all Gucci? Patience. We shall be patient and get this juice. Merlin is asking, BTC wick to 93K on Binance. Is this relevant or just on Coinbase? It's on Coinbase. Yeah. Like, so there's two ways that I would answer that, Merlin. One is you don't have to take my word for it ever. How would you figure that out on your own? You would just go and see if there's any other BTC Binance Wick of Destinies, right? And see if they actually play out. Do you understand the difference between Binance and Coinbase and why you might be able to trust the volume a little bit more on Coinbase than on Binance, even if it is spot? So pattern recognition is always going to be sort of like the pivot point. All right, Merlin. We've seen Wicks of Destiny on Binance before. It's inconclusive. It's nothing like Coinbase. All right. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of areas where people could have gotten into longs today. So shout outs to you if you're in longs. Shout outs to you if you're in shorts. I'm rooting for you guys. Tomorrow RTH is going to be awesome. Shout outs to everybody that gifted subs. That's why I'm hanging out until the end of Macaulay Culkin so I can see where the ETH gap is going to be. Let's go, Lions. Come on. Let's do it. 21 minutes left. CME coming back, y'all. Hey, what an amazing day it's been, chat. I can't wait to regroup with you guys to see what RTH is going to do tomorrow. How many of you guys are kind of starting to understand the, or I don't know what's the right way to say it, finding your groove or finding your pace? I think if you're a younger lion cub, you should be staring at this shit 24/7 and trying to learn as much as you can. However, for the OGs and veterans, are you guys kind of understanding like why I don't look at the charts or trade over the weekend? Or why once, you know, I see at the most a Macaulay Culkin end CME resumption, daily candle close, we can walk away and then kind of wait for RTH. Really, for the most part, once RTH is done, it's kind of like a low volume scenario, right? And a lot of times, like weekend highs and lows or overnight highs and lows, they just get cleaned up anyways. There's no real return on investment in terms of spending that time and really like investing the stress. Know what I mean? But yeah, I'm excited to regroup with you guys tomorrow. Let's see if 85 single prints are actually going to be Gucci. Are we going to go grab 77? What the Don Diddley, chat? You know, can we get back above 89? Are we going to be able to get back above 92? I mean, everything that we talked about, you know? You still have a single print that is unclaimed on ETH and RTH. All right, so if you're somebody that's, you know, maybe looking at a hidden bull div or something like that, a regular would be kind of interesting, right? If it is going to make a lower low. Iject says, would you put stops at break even now? Yup. Yeah, and even shaving a little bit at 886 or the point of control too. Yeah. Anything that is after U.S. market close, you got to put your stop loss at break even, especially after structure change right here. Yeah. So we'll see if the single print gets grabbed. But if you are in a long, there's no way that you should lose money on a long. So make sure you get stopped out in profit at this point. Because like, it would be hella funny if we left all those shitty highs like that for tomorrow. And then imagine if it just bing bongs ding dongs between 87,000 and 88.5 right here. You know, and you can kind of draw like something like this. Some people are going to have something like this. Some people are going to do something like this. Some people are going to do something like this. You know, so it would be funny to just kind of slow down and, you know, think, you know, something like this overnight. That would be hella funny. Can you imagine if they just leave all of that for tomorrow? Let me clean that hoe. Let's go, you know, let's do it. So just level to level. Bravo Trading says, what would you like to see to consider bearish in the mid-long term? Make sure you get caught up. All right, Brazil, make sure you get caught up, brother. So we already talked about it many, many times. So I would identify levels. Okay. And I would, you know, it's got to get back above certain things, my boy. So it's basically got to turn like 89, 88.5 into support. And it could go as high as like 93 and clean those funky highs. It just has to hold 88, 89, whatever you would think as value area low as support. That's it. If you're talking about bearish, then you're going to bearish retest those levels. And you're going to change structure and make a lower low. So, yeah, 77 is still in play. I love you guys. Stay safe. Have a great night. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Sato, tell them what happens if they don't use stop loss. Smack the shit out of you, chat. All right. Hey, love you guys. Have a great night. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Peace, everybody. He reaving. Young soon. Activate manipulation.